June 5th is the launch for Etheria Restart. I'm going to give you the biggest tip that I can recommend to you. This will make sure you don't spread your resources out too thin. It's about character building and character skills. First off, you need to know what SSRs are actually very good without any skill ups early game. I made a tier list for this based off of free-to-play thought. Team comps, dungeons, and SR and R unit replacements. The very top of the list are SSRs that can be used without skill ups. They have very unique skill sets that do not require skill ups. Yes, if you skill them up, they are optimally better. Early game is what matters. I'll leave the link to the tier list in the description below. Like Shadow Sania, she can still explode her dots on AoE. You don't need skill ups on the second skill, it doesn't affect her job. And her first skill, it would be nice to have skill ups, however, you won't need it. You can use her completely in a dot team and she will do the job that she is intended to do. Lily, for example, her second skill applies Twin Trick. Her basic attack still has a chance for your Twin Trick ally to assist. She still gives speed buff, she still does the AoE. The majority of supports for SSRs can be used with no skill ups. Same with debuff units like Heinrich. You really bring him in for the buff strip. Yeah, last words and buff block also are huge, but he can do his job. Hell Kid can still be used with no skill ups. The Shroud Barrier is OP, a shield that actually gives a built-in immunity. Hell Kid is so unique, and all skill ups do is increase the shield amount by a little bit and lower skill cooldown. Yeah, that's great. Optimally, that's what we want, but he can get the job done without skill ups. So just know when you're building a team comp, those top heroes are a lot easier to use in a team comp than the ones below, because they really don't shine until they get maxed out in one or two skills. So the biggest tip for you when dealing with SSRs and even SRs and R units, plan on skilling up only one skill to the max. For example, Ramoka. You need to know that you're going to need to put in 5 skill ups on her last skill. So that's 5 Latisse that you're not going to be putting on other heroes. This is what makes the AoE damage to be exactly what her single target damage is, 100%. For Ramoka to really work in Doki, you need this maxed. And I'm talking Inferno, okay? Another example, her. Not going to say her name. She needs her 3rd skill maxed to really shine. She doesn't get the 100% turn meter till like level 4. Yeah, this works on very first turn like YOLO comps. It's also a 5 turn skill cooldown unless you max this skill out, where you can pretty much get the same function out of Chaiki the Echo on a 4 turn cooldown without skill ups, or even number 41 easily skilled up, 3 turn cooldown. So what I'm suggesting to you is this: focus on one SSR at a time for skill ups, only investing in maxing one of the 3 skills. Don't max all of the skills of that SSR. Move on to your second most important SSR. You are limited in the perfect gold lattices, so be careful. And at the same time, you're focusing on one SR, max skilling one of their skills, possibly even 2 if it makes sense, and then moving on to a second SR. And lastly, focusing on one R unit to max skill completely. R units are a lot cheaper to build and they are useful. A max skilled wind R unit like Ashu is going to be way more beneficial to you than a no skill up Ramoka. And along with character building in terms of star upgrading. You want a 6-star level 50 your main damage dealer first. Whether it's an SSR unit like Zayada, or maybe it's an SR unit like Victor or Dating. Just a different element of your main damage dealer. Just remember, only focus on one hero at a time, because resources on upgrading to those star levels are limited. Heck, some of your SSRs can stay at 4 stars. Some of your SR units can stay at 3-star. It just really depends on your team comp. If the enemy can't take a turn at all because the turn meter is constantly getting decreased, and your team's not getting hit, it'll be okay. Be smart about it. If you ended up liking this video, make sure to hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. I'll see you tomorrow at launch. Peace.